1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, November 29th. I want the date on there. Temperature's going up here for us in the north, which is absolutely amazing. Let's see if I have to unmute it myself. I did. If you can't hear me, just put something in the chat just so I can know for sure you can't hear me. If you can hear me, just chillax. So this is our last class of our Power Yin series. So you all received, after today, we'll have 4 classes that you have full access to whenever you want. That link will not disappear, and you can practice at any point. It can be in the morning, it could be at night, it could be during the day, it could be at 2 in the morning. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series. It's a completely different type of style of yoga that I've ever taught. It's definitely geared towards strength and mobility and really helping with the fascia, but not the standard yin class that if any of you have gone to yin before, it is completely different than probably what you've experienced before. So for today, if you do have a couple of blocks or books nearby and you want to use them, there's just a couple of class poses that you may want them for. And remember, the blocks are there for helping with the intensity of the yin pose, not to give you comfort. I hope that makes sense. We definitely want to feel that moderate to intense stretching. I don't mean tearing, I mean stretching, building that elasticity to your fascia. Also, if you want a blanket for the end for Shavasana, have her nearby. I know it's like if you are in the north, you can tell it is getting warmer today. So instead of minus 30 like it was yesterday with the wind chill, where I think we're up to like a minus 15, minus 20 today. By Wednesday, 2 degrees. Yeah. So also, if you want, have some water on hand, or if you're like me, also coffee, because why not? All right, so let's get ready. As we know in Power Yin, we do start in standing position. So coming into Tadasana, I'm just taking off my big woolly socks because my feet actually don't like being cold, even though it's getting warmer out. So taking this moment to becoming present on your mat and seeing where you're most comfortable with standing for Tadasana. Remember, those feet can be together or hip width apart. You can even have them between hip and feet together apart, whatever works best for you. There. My camera and everything's been trying to get used to this whole sun coming up at a later time. So if it's a little fuzzy, I apologize. So if you're anything like me, you just need that moment to find awareness. So allowing those shoulders to relax down, arms are just hanging loose alongside the body. Seeing if you can have the palms facing forwards, the wall in front of you. If you're facing a camera, the wall's too far away. You can have, like I said, that position of the feet, either together, hip width apart, but where I'm starting with the practice, I'm more comfortable with my feet that hip width apart. Allow those shoulders to relax. Allowing yourself to smile. Let's not take this seriously. This is our hour of you time. Anytime you practice, always remember it's not a competition with yourself. It's time to collect yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, giving yourself that love and compassion to every aspect of your inner and exterior being. And just allow yourself to kind of start swaying front to back, moving the weight to the toes, and then on the heels, and lifting those toes. So let's just take a moment here, front to back. And then allowing yourself to become settled on the feet, pushing into the mat, lift the toes for a moment and spread the toes apart, and then allow them to come down. Lift, spread, and relax. One more time. Spread and relax. Feel that beautiful movement of air coming in and out of your nose. Remembering, unless I guide you any differently, allow the movement of the air, the motion of the air to be entering and exiting the nostrils. Remember that smile. So if you find you're concentrating too much, where you can't relax, shake it out. Gentle smile. Parting of the teeth in the back so the jaw's relaxed. And allow your arms to come up. Remember to interlace the fingers like steeple hands. And I know my camera doesn't allow you to see those hands. Eventually I'll figure it out. And we're just going to do that gentle tick-tock side to side. If you feel like the shoulders are making their way up to the ears, allow them to drop down. We're not overextending. It's just a nice gentle way of waking up the body. Or if it's at the end of your day, just becoming aware of how the body feels in the evening after a full day. But for me, this is morning, so I'm waking up my body. And then when you have evenly done your tick-tock side to side, you notice I'm not counting. It's just a nice gentle motion at your time and speed. You're going to come up to center. We're going to do the nice lovely torso circles. So allowing yourself to breathe in and out of the nose. We're going to do 3 per side. So that was round 1 for me. I've got 2 more, round 2. And round 3, woohoo, feels great. And when I come back to center, where my fingers are kind of pointing towards the front, I'm going to go the opposite direction. So allowing myself to connect with, which rotation was easier. I can tell you myself rotating to the right is easier for me at the moment because my lower back has not been happy lately, and that's all right. My body's trying to tell me something. I'm going to bring those hands up. I'm going to allow those shoulders to relax and bringing the arms down. We're going to move into our standing heating breath. We're going to move into 6 full rounds. So remember, you're going to allow those elbows to connect in front of you, interlace the fingers, so you can bring the knuckles right underneath the chin. The gentle pressure. You're not pushing hard, just a gentle connection of the knuckles to the chin. We're going to exhale through the nose. Now inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tip back. Darth Vader exhalation. Realign the neck. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tip. Exhale, Darth Vader. Round 3. Inhale. Tip back. Exhale. Realign. Remember, we want that exhalation through the mouth, nice and loud. Inhale. Through the nose. Tip back. Exhale. Continue pressure on the chin. It's a gentle pressure. We're on round 5. Inhale. Exhale. Realign. Last one. Inhale. Tip. Exhale. Realign. Allow those arms to come down. Steeple hands overhead. Deeper tick-tock. Remember, the goal here is to make sure that the hips aren't dipping towards the side. We're moving all the upper body. So basically above the hips, waistline up. All right. Let's do one more. Make sure it's equal per side, shoulders away from the ears. Now take that left wrist with the right hand, pull up. I know you can't see it on my camera, but then you're going to exhale over to the right. And you can probably notice my hips were wanting to go to the side. I brought them back to center. So I'm getting this nice stretch all on the left side, compression on the right. I'm not allowing my hips, see the difference? I'm bringing that back to center and allowing my upper body to get the stretch. You can turn the neck if you want. Allow that head to release if you just want it to stay in line with the spine. Come back up. Let's switch. Extend that right arm up. Remember, we're gently grabbing the wrist with the left hand and then exhaling over to the left. Now you're feeling that stretch on the right, compression on the left. And I'm just realizing, Miss Cheryl, oh my goodness, black bench behind me, black outfit. I'll learn eventually that we need a little bit of contrast. Nice pull. And I'm recognizing, I'm looking at my feet all of a sudden. I realized that my left foot was kind of turned outwards. I just readjusted it so my toes are pointing forwards. Come on back up. Allow, bring those hands down to the lower back. Protect the lower back. Inhale up. Exhale, shoot those hips forward. I'll turn sideways so you can see. I'm bringing my hips forward. My neck's a little tender this morning. I was shuffling the other day, so I'm going to allow my neck to stay nice and relaxed in line with my spine. But if you want to add that extra dip back to get a nice throat opening and you're not feeling compression in your neck, you can go a little bit further if you can, and if it feels good with the rhythm of your breath. You're going to come back up, bring those arms up, and you're going to exhale, bend the knees, and come into a nice gentle forward bend. Nice slight rocking side to side. Allow your head to relax if it allows you to. And as I said, I was shoveling, so I have some nice tight hamstrings today. Oh yeah. And then allowing yourself to settle into your forward fold, but taking your hands, if they'll allow you, and have a connection somewhere on the legs. So if you're not in a full forward fold and you're here, just have that connection on the thighs. But if you're able to go deeper and you want to have those hands tucked underneath the heels and bring yourself closer, you can. You'll notice today, probably different from my other videos, I'm having a little bit more trouble today because my fascia is tight. My body needs some warmth to stretch itself out. So I'll probably look different at the end of the class than I do at the beginning. Now releasing wherever you have that connection of the hands on the legs. Bring those hands in front, steeple hands. Come on back up. Shoot the hips forward gently. and releasing those hands down. We're going to move into our sun salutations. We're going to do 4 rounds. So again, you can take this time to find where you are on your mat. If you're in the middle of your mat, you're not going to have that room in the back. So make your way to the top. I always like to leave myself a little bit of room so where my hands come down, I'm not touching my floor, especially with my dogs. So again, feet position, what feels good, feel that connection of the hands on the ground. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. You're going to exhale through the nose. Remember, it's all through the nose and let's guide it differently. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Bring those hands down, step the right foot back. Exhale the left foot back. Make your way into Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You're going to inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. We're on to round 2. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands down, step the left foot back. Exhale, step the right, making your way, nice flow into your Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right. Inhale, flat back. Inhale, arms up. Round 3, exhale. Inhale, flat back. Bring those hands down, step the right foot back. Exhale, left. Continuing into your Chaturanga. Remember, inhale, cobra. In your Chaturanga, if you want those knees down, you put them down. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Here's our last round. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands down, step the left foot back. Step the right. Continue through your flow. Nice, smooth rhythm. Remember, we're trying. I did that through my mouth just so you could hear it. We want to move with that breath. Bring that left foot forward. Bring the right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Standing just for a moment, you're feeling the warmth created through your body. We're going to move ourselves into a plank position. We'll flow to get there, all right? We're going to be moving into our first yang pose this morning, which is plank crunches. Yes. All right, here we go. Arms up on a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Bring those hands down, step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Here we are in plank. I know I wore black. I can see my black bench behind me. We are going to be doing plank crunches for a full minute. So get yourself ready. If you need the knees down, bring them down. If you want the feet together or further apart, you pick. We're going to be alternating right elbow to right knee, or sorry, left. Good morning. Going to do right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. So knee, elbow, all right? Here we go. Take your time. What you want to make sure, and of course we can't see it in the video because I'm wearing black, is make sure your hips aren't rotating with you. We don't want this twist. We want the control of the leg coming towards the opposite elbow, trying to keep the hips level. Have a nice grip of the hands on the mat so you're protecting the wrists. If you need to be on your forearms or even just having your knuckles connecting so you have fists because it's easier on your wrists, Give yourself that option. We have 20 seconds. Woohoo, loving it. Here we go, 15. Engage that core if you haven't already. All right, excellent. You need to go back for a moment, go ahead, readjust yourself, come back into plank, go back into your downward dog, and you're gonna bring your right foot forward. We're getting ready for that nice wide runner's lunge that we did on our first class. So bring that back knee down. Remember, if you want blocks, you can. Depending on where your hands reach the floor or books. I'm gonna slide my back leg back a little bit further, taking that right leg, wiggling it over to the right side of my mat, turning my toes 45-degree angle out, and I'm extending that leg out behind me. You can have the toe tucked, or you can actually come in with the knee up. You pick which way you want to come into it. We've got 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. You'll notice you may be able to get a little bit deeper the longer you hold it. If you have to readjust during the pose, take that adjustment. Your fascia is getting warmer. It's growing in length, or I should say expanding in length. It's not growing, it's expanding. It's getting nice and loose and moist. So remember, if you can't make it to the floor, the blocks can be under the hands of the books, or you can have the forearms on the blocks. We don't want any of this motion happening in the upper body. It's all right now on the lower right side. Okay, and for some of us, we're going to feel this on the left extended leg in the back, going from the pelvis down the thigh. Smoothing breath in and out of the nose. See if you can allow the face to relax. Remember that smile I mentioned at the beginning of the class? We're going to bring that back into effect, okay? We have about 45 seconds left. Remember, if you need to readjust, give yourself that time. We're getting there. Whew. We have 15 seconds. So your choice when you're coming out of this, when you prepare to come out, you can come right into a downward dog. But if you want, you can hold the downward dog, or if you want to go into a flow, you can. So coming back up onto the hands, if you were down on the forearms, I myself am going to go through a flow. So I'm going to come down, my chaturanga, flow forward into my downward dog. Now we're going to go right into those plank crunches again, okay? So we have a minute of plank crunches. Set yourself up. Hands are rooted or your fists, knees down if you need them. And we are going to start. Let's go. 1 minute. Remember those hips. We don't want to rotate them if possible. They're going to want to turn to the side. We don't want that. We want just the movement from the knee to the elbow, opposite elbow. Remember to look about a foot ahead of you. Remember, you can be on those forearms or on those fists. Bring it up like that so you can see. We have 10 seconds. And then you're going to make your way into that downward dog. Woo, feel that core. Oh, yeah. All right, downward dog. I'm just repositioning my hands from my fists, going back. Going to make my way into that wide runner's lunge. So take your time. Bring that left foot forward, back knee down, wiggle the left foot to the edge of the mat. Turn your foot about a 45-degree angle. And this is where you're going to find out where you want to go. We have 2 minutes. And go. So if you're still settling into it, that's okay. Figuring out if you want the blocks to help yourself lean forward to give you that mild, moderate, or intense intensity in the back, not the upper body. We're not trying to take that discomfort away. I know everyone thinks with yoga should be comfortable. We're trying to get flexibility. We're not looking for flexibility here, guys. We're looking for building the mobility within our fascia, our muscles, and our joints. All right. So, oh yeah. Minute 20, people, minute 20. Here we go. Woo. For myself, I'm sending my hips a little bit further forward because I feel like I need to go a little bit deeper for me. I'm even, because why wouldn't I? I'm going to try to go a little bit further and bring my back knee up because I can tell on this side, that's what my body is looking for. My other side's a little bit tighter, so I don't have that mobility at the moment and range to move, and that's all right. Sometimes the goal sometimes is to bring that equal balance on either side of our body, but depending on how our skeleton is built, one side might move further than the other. Depends on how that skeleton is, right? We have 30 seconds, all right, guys? $20 seconds. When we come out of this, you have a choice of going into your downward dog, or you can add that flow in between, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, downward dog, or you can flow. What feels yummy to you? So we're going to move into our crescent T lunge. I was going to add something else today, but I think with our yin pose after our crescent T lunge is our runner's twist. So I really want to work into those obliques and get them even more warmed up before we go into it. So bring that right foot forward. Nice and equal or stable on the foot in the front. Back knee down for a moment. Adjust. Come into your crescent warrior. So we're bringing those arms up, sinking the hips forward. So I can feel the stretch on my left side of my pelvis and groin. We're going to move. Remember, we're going to be rotating to the right. We're going to be doing this for 1 minute. So arms are up and twist. Remember, if that back knee is up on the twist in the obliques, you are bringing that back knee down. We're doing this for 1 full minute. And I'm not looking for speed or how many of these I can get. I'm looking to have my control in my body, purpose, not, oh, I'm going to get 100 of these in a minute. No, this is where's my form? How are my glutes activated? The more we strengthen our glutes, the more we're going to learn to have or protect our lumbar spine, our lower back. Usually when we get those lower back injuries, it is usually tied to weak glutes. Usually. All right. Come on down, bring those hands down, bring that back knee down if it wasn't already. We're going to move into that runner's twist. So we're going to be holding this for 2 minutes. So remember, you want to bring the arms to the outside of that right leg. If your hands can't reach the floor with that twist, perfect opportunity to bring those blocks to the other side. Here we go. So I've noticed my front foot. I want to readjust that for a moment, bring it back so my knee is coming forward. And now I'm going to sink even deeper. Move that breath in and out of the nose. I'm noticing the longer I hold this, I'm able to adjust myself a little bit further, only because I want to go deeper into my stretch in a safe way though. If you feel like the breath is starting to tighten and you're feeling you don't have control of the breath, maybe back off just a teeny bit. You still want that discomfort. I'm feeling this in my right hip and my right glute, going into my hamstring actually. I'm also working on my mobility of my spine with the twist. Strengthening my lower back, working into my obliques. We have 30 seconds. When we come out, don't move yet, but when you do come out, remember that option, downward dog, or you can move through that flow, okay? 10 seconds. Releasing your turn. Woo! So you make your way back to downward dog or plant those hands down, step the left foot forward. Exhale, inhale, arms up. Exhale. I kind of cheated. I'm gonna go through my flow. Woo, feels good though. All right, guys. We're gonna go into that crescent T lunge on the other side. So bring that left foot forward. Remember that back knee can be down or up. Remember in the crescent T lunge, if the knee's down, you're just working the obliques. Like nice, smooth rotation of the upper torso. If you're bringing the knee up and down, right? Here we go. Make your way into a crescent warrior. And when you're ready, you go through that movement. My camera lately, and I apologize, has a mind of its own. It wants to focus, and then it doesn't want to focus. It's almost like it's linked to the purpose of our class. Maybe the camera should be doing our class with us. Oh, it feels amazing. We have 35 seconds left. I know, most of you guys know me, and you can tell I'm in like a pretty happy, content mood. I am. 15 seconds. Here we go. Oh yeah. My glutes later are gonna be like, Cheryl, what did you do? 5 seconds, people. Do your last one. And then come on down with control. That back knee was up, bring it down. Untap that back toe. Now remember, if you need those blocks for the twist, have them or books on hand. Remember, we're gonna hold this for 2 minutes. Before I forget, back, front foot, slide it back just a little bit so it's behind. See how I'm behind my knee? You can kind of see the bench behind us. I'm gonna lift that knee and pushing my hips forward. I'm gonna rotate and we're gonna start. This is my easier side. Excuse me. In and out of your nose. So my upper body, I don't want to be all squished. I want to have just the twist. I'm actually going to bring my blocks a little bit higher on this side because I really want to focus into my left hip, my left glute. I'm going to send my hips forward again, sinking. And like you guys have noticed probably within these last 4 classes, I am guiding you to have that knee coming over the ankle. And for the last little while with my research and learning, take a moment and think about, why are they telling us to have our knees in line with our ankles? Our body, for functionality, our knees are supposed to have that strength mobility to make its way over the ankle. So when you try to keep it in a position that it's not meant to be, I'm trying to find the right words, but anyway, you're going to lose that strength mobility and probably end up with injury because we're not strengthening around that knee joint. Does that make sense? Makes sense in my head. We have 25 seconds. Again, you may feel like you want to, for me, I can twist a little bit further because it's getting longer. I can feel it. We have 8 seconds, guys. All right, untwist yourself. Remember the choice. You can make your way into downward dog for a moment, or you can make your way through a flow. When you're in downward dog, you're going to allow yourself to step forward, come into your forward fold, make those arms come up, and release. We're going to get ready for a wild table. So let's make our way to the ground. I'm just going to flow myself back to my downward dog. And then bring myself onto my knees gently into table. We're going to come into wild table. So remember, wild table is a combination of a reverse table and wild thing, meaning that's why it's being called wild table. You want to make sure that your feet are hip width apart. So come to sitting on your sit bones. Feet are hip width apart and the feet are stable. They're not going to slide, go in. We want to have that protection or stability and grounding of the feet on the mat. We're going to be doing it for 1 minute. So you're going to bring the hands behind you first. See where they feel good. Do you want them pointing, fingers pointing towards you, or do you want them pointing behind you? Whatever feels best for you. So for wild table, you do have a choice. You can, when you do bring the hips up into a reverse table, you can just stay in the reverse table and not extend one of the arms back. We have done this in class 2, I think. I'm pretty sure we did this in class 2. So first, bring that right hand behind you unless you're keeping both hands on the ground. You're gonna tuck the left arm in, crunch those abs. Come up, extend. I'm shooting my hips up as far as they can. In reason, come back, crunch. Switch. Come back, crunch. So remember, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. And we're reversing each side. Get a nice opening into the hips, into the pelvis. We're always rounded in, right? Especially if we have an office job and we're sitting at a desk. We want to get that awesome opening in the front. Try to keep everything pointing up. So if you feel like you're starting to turn, yeah, we don't want that. We want up. All right. We have one more. And stop. We're going to move into, we haven't done this one yet. It's called uneasy pose. Uneasy sitting pose, I should say. They call it uneasy, but I'm giving you a hint that it's, instead of easy pose, it's uneasy pose. So we're sitting on our sit bones. And what you want to have possibly are blocks, because if you want to come forward in your fold, you might want those to put your hands on. If your torso doesn't want to fold, don't feel like you have to. So we're going to start with the right. We're going to extend that left leg out in front of us. We're going to bring that right foot beside the left leg. So, but we don't want to tuck it in. We want it just nice and loose, almost between a diamond and a cobbler's pose position of the leg. I'm just going to slide myself back just so my ankle isn't on the wood floor. And then I'm going to take my left leg and bring it so it's on top of the right leg. My left hip is already feeling this, so I may not want to go into a forward fold. If you want to come into the forward fold, you can have hands just resting on blocks or folding yourself forward. We are targeting, as you can tell, right underneath that left glute and hip. If you need to readjust the sit bones again before we move into our 2 minutes, go ahead. And here we go. So remember, torso can stay up. This may be all you need, or you can have blocks in front if you need them, or you can have the hands on the ground. For myself, with my hands on the ground, I have that nice anchoring feeling in my hands that if I want to push a little bit more to give myself more intensity into my left glute and hip, then I'm getting it. I am not feeling anything in my lower back. If you are, please come back up. We're focusing on that puppy on that side, okay? And if you have to readjust during the pose, we still have over a minute. So if you're anything like me, my face started to tighten up because I was concentrating so much. And now I'm going to allow my face to relax. And remember, that can be your jaw, that can be your tongue, the eyes, the forehead. You just want to soften all up here. You want to have that smooth inhalation, exhalation in and out of the nostrils. We have 40 seconds. And again, you may notice you're slowly, it could even be just a little millimeter of adjustment, being able to go a little bit further. Nice smooth breath. We have 15 seconds. After we do come out though, we are going to position ourselves for another wild table. If you were in a fold, just walk those hands back gently. To come out of it, you're going to put your left hand underneath that left leg, lift the leg, and with control, extend the leg out, then the other leg out, and give a gentle shake. We don't want to rush out of these poses. We want to give the time, the TLC, to those internal components. All right. So you're going to bend those legs. Remember, we're going to go into wild table for 1 more minute. Set those feet up, hip width apart, toes pointing forward, feet are grounded. They're not going anywhere. And remember, front of the torso and the shoulders, we don't want them rotating. We want to keep them facing up. And again, if you don't want the hands coming up in the wild table position for the arms, please feel free just to allow those hands, both hands to remain on the floor and come into a reverse table with control. All right, here we go. Crunching in, extending. What I love about this practice is it's really making me take my time, focusing in on my body. Basically, knowing it's not a competition, not even with myself. It's TLC. And I realized, you probably didn't see it, but my left toes decided to keep wanting to take a vacation out to the left. So I need to take that time, reposition my toes so they're facing forward. Just so you know, we have about 10 seconds left. Do equally per side. So if you still have the opposite side to get done, go ahead. And then we're going to prepare ourselves for an easy pose with the other leg coming over. So again, this time, centering on my sit bones. I'm going to come this way actually, just so we can see both versions. I'm going to bend my left leg this time. Look, I don't want to do this. I want it out a little bit. Remember, I said between like a cobbler's and a diamond pose position of my left leg. Then I'm going to bring my right leg on top of my left, if possible, onto my left knee. Now, this is where you choose. I'm going to reposition my sit bones first because I got kind of uneven. And now I am going to lean forward, go into a fold, but because I do have a mobility, if you're here and it's intense enough, stay here. You're going to come forward. Remember, you can have those blocks if needed, or right onto the floor. Our 2 minutes is starting now. Myself, I can tell I'm able to get my hands onto the floor and give myself a nice push where I'm feeling the intensity on my right side. And every time I say intensity, there's a lot of us that don't even know the difference between a tension and a compression. So I really want you to learn, even if it's after today's class, how does your body move and why are you doing these practices? Are you doing these practices because you're looking for flexibility or some crazy different inversions? Or are you doing this practice to take care of you and learn more about your body so you understand it more? For myself, that's what it is. I'm wanting to have that strength and mobility to my body that I can age well and healthy. So when it comes to the compression, I can tell with my fold, I'm not feeling a bone on bone. Like I can still go a little bit further. There's nothing stopping me from moving forward except for my fascia, my tightness. We have 45 seconds. And I'm breathing in and out of my nose. I'm going to remind you again, I guarantee you're not smiling at this moment, and I want you to try. Enjoy the moment. Feel those sensations. See if just holding, we still have 25 seconds left. Are you able to move that teeny bit further? Do you need to readjust? Do you feel that right knee starting to come closer to the ground? We're getting there. Oh yeah. Come on up. Remember, we want to come out of this with control. Please take that right hand, place it gently under the right knee. I'm gently and slowly extending my right leg out and extending my left leg. I'm just going to give a gentle shake. Felt really good, eh? We've worked the hips, we've worked the glutes, we've worked the lower back, we've worked the core. We're strengthening the arms with some of these poses, working into the obliques. Like we're doing so much. Always think also, when you're working, you want to work the whole body. You want to build that like resistance training. So the body is working as one. We don't want to overcompensate one part of the body for another, right? So we're going to move into our next stretches and our breathing practices. So we're going to move into rock pose, but again, if rock pose does not work for you, you can sit in easy pose, not on easy pose. So easy pose is when you sit crisscross applesauce. I'm going to come onto rock pose where I'm sitting back onto my heels. So it's not heroes where my feet are on the side. I'm actually sitting back on my heels. If your butt doesn't make it all the way back, but this is comfortable, you can take a blanket or a cushion and sit back on that also, okay? There's always choices. So we're gonna move into the next stretches. So allow those hands just to relax onto the legs or wherever it's most comfortable for you. Seeing if you can get centered on the sit bones. My right foot just cramped up on me. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to do 3 per 3 per motion. So we're going to start with the front to back, so the chin to the chest. So you're going to inhale, bring your chin to your chest. Exhale back to what's comfortable. Get a nice throat opening if you have that mobility. You're going to inhale, chin to chest. Exhale. One more. Inhale through the nose. Chin to chest. Exhale. Open her up. Then come back to center. So your neck is now back in line with the spine. We're going to turn 3 times. Remember, with control. We're going to exhale. Inhale, turn. Exhale. Oh, I think I mixed it up. Sorry. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale right. We're on the second round. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Come back to center. We're going to go into our ear to shoulder 3 times per side. So take in a nice deep breath. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Oh yeah, inhale. My neck is one of the causes for links. Inhale, exhale. To my lovely, actually TMJ, or it's actually called, one more time, exhale. Derangement displacement. Say that 5 times in a row. So you'll see I'm really tight on this side. It's because my jaw is a little bit of a mess on the right. We're going to go into our rotations. We're going to do it 3 times per side. Inhale, exhale. So you choose which way you're going first. I chose to go to the right. I'm on round 2. Round 3. I'm back to center with my chin to the chest. Sorry, now I'm going to switch sides. Oh yeah. My neck is loving me right now after all that awesome shuttling the other day. Chin is to the chest, bring it back up. So if you weren't at class last week or you haven't done class 3 yet, we're going to add in that extra little bit of stretch. You're just going to interlace the fingers gently on the back of the head. Remember, we do not pull on the head. They're just there to have the elbows opened. And then when we're bringing the chin towards the chest, we're bringing our elbows towards each other. So just that motion in my upper body, so my shoulders into my neck with that motion of the elbows coming together is giving me a nice stretch. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And tuck that chin in. Remember, no pulling on the head. It's just the mobility, the motion of those elbows. Come back up. 1 more, ladies and gentlemen. Bring that chin in towards the chest. Elbows towards each other. And coming back up. Releasing those hands down. And move into our Kapalabhati. We're going to do 2 rounds. Remember, at the end of our 30 seconds, on your big exhalation at the end of the first round, you come into a fold, expelling all the air out. Hold it for as long as you can, or retaining. And then when you're ready to breathe back in, you come back up to sitting on the heels. So remember, you can have the hands just relaxed on the legs, or you can have hands on the belly just for that guidance. You go to whatever tempo works best for you. Like I said, we're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. So let's find that beautiful rhythm of the breath. You're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. Remember, the whole thing is through the nose, not the mouth, okay? So find a beautiful rhythm, beautiful inhalation, expanding the belly. Exhaling through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more deep breath in. And begin. Exhale, fold. Allow those hands on either side of you, coming to the ground, forehead to the ground if it can reach. Hold the exhalation. Inhale up. We're going to do that one more time. Find that beautiful rhythm of the breath in and out of the nose. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Begin. Exhale forward. Retain the breath. And inhale up if you haven't already. Slide off the heels, come into that easy pose. If it's not easy, please feel free to extend those legs out or even sitting on a chair for this. We're coming into our alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to use the right hand. I always like to use the index finger and thumb for alternating. I'd say the majority of you guys have done this. If you're not sure after the class and you weren't sure how to do the fingers, please feel free to message me and we can even do a little private together if you'd like. So sitting up nice and tall, we want that spine as straight as possible, but still have ease of the breath. We want those shoulders relaxed away from the ears, neck is in line with the spine. Remember, this is all in and out of the nostrils. So taking a nice deep breath. Exhale through the nose. We're gonna do 6 rounds, just so you guys know. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Plug the right nostril, exhale through the left, and begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Plug both nostrils. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 3, 4, 5, 6. Plug both nostrils. Exhale right. Inhale right. Retain. Exhale left. Inhale left. Retain. Exhale right. Inhale right. Retain. Exhale left. Inhale left. Retain. Exhale right. Inhale right. Retain. Exhale left. Inhale left. Retain. Exhale right. Inhale right. Retain. Exhale left. Inhale left. Retain. Exhale right. Inhale right. Releasing that right hand down, return to your natural breath through it, in and out of the nose. Eyes can remain closed or you can open them if they were closed. We move into our seated twist. Then extend those legs out. Take that right leg, cross it over the left. Bring that right hand behind you, flex those left toes. Then bring that left arm up and twist to the right. I like to hug the knee. Some people like to have the elbow on the outside. I find my upper body is unable to move nicely into that twist with that, but if you want the elbow on the outside, you go ahead. Smooth breath in and out of your nose, whatever rhythm works best for you. We're going to inhale back to center, exhale, twist the opposite side. Then come back to center, uncross that right leg, cross the left over. Flexing that right foot this time, bringing the left hand behind you, right arm up, twist. And I look like just a nice big black blob right now, but I'm okay with that. Next time, Cheryl, note to self, put a blanket over the bench. And then coming out of your twist, twist to the right. Come back. Go into our Shavasana. So first shaking those legs. If you need your socks on, some layers or a blanket, please feel free to do that. I am going to put some socks on my little toes because they don't like being cold even though it's warm enough outside. Remember, to stay warm during Shavasana is quite important because the moment our body starts to get a little chilly, it starts to tense up and sympathetic nervous system kicks in and we cannot relax. We want the parasympathetic nervous system right now. Almost, I should say, because we're going to do our tension and relaxation. So we're coming into a nice relaxed state on your mat. Legs extended about a 45-degree angle parting with the toes pointing towards the bottom of the mat if that's comfortable. Arms about a 45-degree angle from the body with palms facing up. We're going to move into our tension and relaxation for 3 rounds. So just allow yourself to maybe shake like a noodle for a moment. And then you're going to inhale, tighten up the body. Tight, 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 tight. Relax. Inhale. Tension, tension, tension. And relax. One more. Inhale. Tight. Sour lemon face, sour lemon face. And relax. Relaxing the body. Relaxing the mind. I am going to move my blocks so they're not blocking you guys. And because I want to, I am putting a blanket over myself. You guys settle in. Allowing the feet and ankles and legs to relax. The hips, belly, and chest are relaxed. Hands, wrists, and arms are relaxed. Shoulders, chest, and neck are relaxed. Jaw, tongue, and eyes are soft and relaxed. Forehead and scalp are relaxed. Your whole body is completely relaxed. You start wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. If you choose to remain in Shavasana, please, you do what feels right. Bringing little movements to my wrists and my ankles, a little wave of my legs side to side. I'm going to turn my head side to side also. My eyes are remaining closed. I bend my knees, bringing my feet flat on the floor, and then just turning onto my side to the fetal position. Then making my way up to a seated easy pose, Sukhasana. Allowing my hands to release onto my legs. I'm going to inhale my arms up, interlace my fingers, do a nice big stretch, gentle tick-tock from side to side. And then I'm going to allow my right hand to come down to the ground and extending my left arm overhead, feeling a beautiful, gentle stretch on my left side. And then I'm going to come back up, releasing the left hand, right arm coming up overhead. And coming up, releasing that right arm. Bringing the palms together in front of the heart, gentle friction, just to bring a little warmth back into those fingertips if they got a little bit chilly. And allowing the hands to stay connected and feel that energy connection. Namaste Kala. Thank you so much for joining me for this 4-week series. If you have any questions, please feel free. Enjoy the weather, enjoy your day no matter where you are. And because as we know the date, November 29th, 2020, please take care of yourselves. It's an awesome world out there, but a lot of instability. And you just want to bring that centering and connection to yourself to emanate into your exterior and community. And I love all of you. I do, because I know most of you that are on this course right now. And I can't wait to see you guys in person. All right, have a great day. Any questions? You know how to get a hold of me. Bye, everyone.